So the things we're going to be talking about today are what is the Power Plug Phidget? So what would you use it for? We'll transition to actually using the Power Plug Phidget. So we will write a program in Python and Java that controls the Power Plug Phidget, and then we will review what tutorials and what projects are available. Taking a look at what is the Power Plug Phidget, it looks like this. It's going to be slightly hard to see because of the contrast, but it looks like many, if you've seen like a smart power plug or smart relay, they have a similar look. So it plugs into any kind of standard outlet, and it has a vin port on the bottom. So unlike some of the other sensors that we've taken a look at in the webinars, this is actually a controller. So you use this to control something. It's not actually sensing anything. So you can use it to, as you kind of said here, to control any 120 volt device. So any kind of appliance or device. Here I'm going to be controlling a lamp today. And you would use this from your computer. So if you have a FinTub, or if you have a wireless FinTub, or even a Raspberry Pi, that's something that you can control this with. So how you actually connect it is you would take a Phidget cable, which looks like this. You would plug it into the bottom of the power plug like that. So just like any other sensor or any other Phidget. And then you would take your VinTub. So I just have a standard VinTub here. And you would plug in your sensor to your VinTub. So I'm going to plug it on port 0, just like that. And then I would plug my VinTub into my computer, and I would write code to actually control it. So basically I would plug this in, to the wall. I would plug in the device I want to control. So say I have, this lamp here. So if I want to control the lamp, I would plug it in like that. And then I would write code inside. So we're going to be writing a small program in Python and then in Java to give us an idea of what this actually looks like. So I'm going to open up Thonny, which is my preferred Python environment. But again, you can use this in any environment that you'd like. So I'm going to create a new file, and I'm going to save it as Power Plug Demo. It exists, so I'll overwrite that. And then from here, I'm just going to do what I would do with any other Phidgets program. So I'm going to import the libraries first. So from Phidget22.Phidget, import all. So how you use it, the Power Plug Phidget is through the digital output class. So from Phidget22.Devices.Digital output, I'm going to import all. And then finally, I'm going to use time for wait. So I'm going to import the time library so that we can introduce some weights in our commands. So after that, I'm going to create the Phidget, just like we would always do. So I'm going to call this Power Plug. And I'm going to make that equal to a new digital output. I'm just going to fix that typo. From there, I'm going to address it. So you use the power plug, just like you would use the LEDs or the buttons from the Getting Started kit. So we call them the simple Phidgets. So you're going to have to do a full address. So it's power plug set hub port. And in this situation, I'm on hub port 0. And then power plug set is hub port device. It's true. So again, it's a simple Phidget, so we have to set is hub port device to true. I'm going to check the waiting room here. Okay. After that, I'm going to open the Phidget. So I'm going to say power plug open, wait for attachment 1000. And then after it opens, I'm going to use it. So use Phidget. And I'm going to say, just like the LED, power plug set state to true. I'm going to sleep, so I'm going to leave the lamp on for say, 3 seconds. And I'm going to say power plug set state false. So the effect this should have is that we're creating the Phidget, we're addressing it. So again, mine's on hub port 0. We're opening the Phidget, and then we are turning it on. So we're basically turning the device that's connected to it on, which in this case is a lamp. We're waiting for 3 seconds, and then we are turning the lamp off. So if we run this, we can see the lamp turn on. and then it turns off after 3 seconds. So you can modify this if you'd like to kind of flash on and off. So here we'll turn it on and off. Turn it on for a second, off for a second, on for a second, and then off. So in this situation, if we look here, we have on, and then off. So pretty cool little device. Makes a lot of different projects possible, and you know, possible to do it safely, which is really cool. So if we look at the same project in Java, I have my little my kind of project set up here. If we take a look, it's the same exact steps in Java. So we're importing libraries here. So import looks slightly different, but the same exact effect. Next, we're going to create the Phidget. So it will be a digital output, and we'll call it Power Plug again, equals new digital output. Address it again. So Power Plug dot set hub port. Again, it's on port 0. And then again, it is a hub port device. So again, just the exact same thing as the LEDs from the Getting Started kit. We will open it. Power Plug open 1000. And then we will use the Phidget. So Power Plug dot set state true. Sleep in this program, so we'll wait for 3 seconds again, and then we will say power plug dot set state false. So if we let's make sure that our other program is stopped, and then if we run this, we should get the same effect. So on for 3 seconds and then off. And again, you can do the exact same output, the same thing we did in the other program. So we can turn it on and off. We can flash on and off with 1 second intervals by doing run. So on, off, on, off. And you can probably hear the relay switching as it does that. So that is a few basic, like how you actually control this device. And then the next thing we wanted to talk about briefly was some projects and some tutorials that are available for this device. So if we go to the education website and we go to the Learn tab, here we have the device tutorials tab. So we're going to want to click through that and find the Power Plug Phidget. So Power Plug Phidget is right on the top page here. So we click through to that, and we have an introduction, just like we do for every other Phidget. We have the setup. So again, you have your Power Plug Phidget. You have the device that you're controlling connected to it. You have your Phidget cable, and you have your bin tub. So again, this bin tub could be connected to a Raspberry Pi or just a computer. You could also have a wireless bin tub here that is controlling it as well. So if we scroll down, we can see the code in Python here. Again, we have it in all the languages that you need, but this is the exact same program that I just wrote and just described. So students have that to work from, and then they have some applications and some practice problems. So in this situation, they can use it with the Getting Started kit to turn power on and off, and then they can use it with the humidity Phidget to monitor temperature and then turn a fan on and off if they have access to a fan based on the temperature. So some pretty cool projects for the device tutorials, so that will get them up and running. And then for projects, we go to projects here and we scroll down. Right now it's not in this list here, but it will be very shortly. And you'll be able to select it by, if you hold shift and you click on the device, you can kind of isolate it. So it'll be there fairly soon, but for now we can just scroll down and take a look at it. So we have the Nightlight project here, you can open that, and the Clapper Switch project here. So both of these projects use the Power Plug Phidget. So the Power Plug Phidget here, and you can see how it's set up. So in this project, they're basically having the same setup with the lamp, but instead of controlling it when the program runs or stops, they're controlling it based on the amount of light in the room. So that's a pretty cool project. And then the Clapper Switch project is very similar, but instead of controlling it with the light, they're controlling it with sound. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this Nightlight project, and we're going to recreate it here today. So I'm going to take a light Phidget, and plug it into my project here. So I have a prototype board with the exact same functionality as the real one. I just couldn't find a real one today. So I'm going to plug my light fidget into the bin tub, and then I will have the exact same setup that we have here. So we have the bin tub, we have the power plug, and we have a device, and we have the light sensor. We can copy the code here by using the copy button, or also just by highlighting it. So if we do that, we go into Thonny, we can paste that code. And if we take a look at what's happening here, we're basically creating a light sensor, creating a power plug, just like we did previously, addressing, opening, and then basically checking to see if the amount of light is less than 50 lux. So illuminance. Okay, so if we run this here, we'll be getting a light value out. So here we can see that the light in the room is around 380 lux. And again, if we look at our statement here, it's going to have to drop down below 50 lux in order to turn on the lamp. So one way we can do that is by covering it, and then we can see the lamp go on. If I uncover it, the lamp will go off. So that's the basic project, and again, showing how you can control different devices, different appliances, using light in this situation, but in other situations, other values and other sensors. So pretty cool. And if we scroll down, they have some practice problems to work through as usual. So that was the overview of the power plug. Thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, please email us at education@phidgets.com. And please do check out the news tab here. So it's news tab in the corner here. And that will show you all the upcoming webinars that you can sign up for. So next week we have the RFID Phidget, and the week after that we have the thermocouple Phidget. So those are two pretty cool sensors, and we'll be showcasing those. And then in February we have getting started with Phidgets. So if you're brand new, that would be a good webinar to join. So thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.